Good evening. Today I am going to talk about melasma. Hopefully everybody has heard about melasma. It's a very common skin condition where one gets pigmentation or black spots over his or her face. So mainly it's present over both cheeks. Also it can be present over nose. It can be present over forehead. It can be present over other than face also, like over arms, over back, but those are known as extrafacial melasma. But I am now going to talk about the facial melasma, because facial melasma is much more common than the extrafacial melasma. Okay, first, who are the common people who are going to be affected by melasma? Melasma is more common in women. Male melasma can be seen, but it is far more prevalent or far more common in women population. Any age group can be affected, but mostly middle age group is the most predominant group which are affected by melasma. Even maybe a lady after the age of 50 years can be affected. A young girl aged around 20 to 25 years can be affected, but is more commoner in the middle age group. And what are the main precipitating factors or the aggravating factors for melasma, or which can commonly give rise to melasma? There are main three factors. First is genetic factors or the hereditary factors. In a study, it has been shown that all the patients who were included in that study, amongst those patients, almost 50% of patients have a family history of melasma. At least one family member has been affected by melasma. So, genetic factor, the hereditary factor, is a important one which can attribute to melasma. Second is the hormonal influence, especially for the females. Hormonal factor play a major role in the causation of melasma, especially the middle age group people. Or if I go more specific, then in the pregnant lady, melasma is far commoner. Even in post-pregnancy phase, melasma can occur. So the hormonal factors can play a role in melasma. Mainly the pregnant ladies and the post-pregnant ladies. Even in the post-menopausal period, melasma can occur or melasma can appear at that age group also, like after 40 or after 45. Third is the sun exposure, or I should say excessive sun exposure. Sun exposure has a positive impact on the melasma, on the causation of melasma. So we need to take care of that sun exposure factor, right? So what should we look for, or what should we do to reduce or prevent melasma? First, genetic factors, nobody has a hand on genetic factors or the hereditary factors. But regarding sun exposure, we can use a broad spectrum, or we can use a proper medicated sunscreen to reduce the sun exposure as much as possible, because sun exposure plays a major role in melasma. And how to apply a sunscreen? Sunscreen you should apply at every 3 hours over your whole face. Even you can apply the sunscreen over the other sun exposed areas also. It can be applied at every 3 hours, like at 9 o'clock, then at 12 o'clock, and then again at 3 o'clock. Even if you are not going outside, you can apply sunscreen at that regular intervals. This is a must. And while you are going out at daytime, you can adjust your time accordingly. Like whenever you are going out, 15 to 30 minutes before you can apply the sunscreen. Then again you have to repeat it after 3 to 3.5 hours. So at daytime you have to apply the sunscreen at least 3 times. Second is, as I told you, that hormonal factors play a role in the causation of melasma. So any lady who is having or who is taking oral contraceptive pill or hormonal treatment, that can aggravate melasma. Even that can give rise to melasma. So whoever is getting treatment for melasma from a skin doctor or dermatologist, that patient need to stop her oral contraceptive pill or the hormonal pill. If she is not going to stop that hormonal pill, her melasma treatment will be incomplete. Third, any type of parlor activity, especially the bleaching. Bleaching is a very common thing which the parlor people do. So bleaching should be avoided in a melasma patient. It can aggravate the blackness or the pigmentation part. So parlor activities, more specifically bleaching, should be avoided. Fourth, you should not apply any steroid containing cream. Like there are many creams which are over the counter available nowadays in India. You should not fall into that trap. You should not use any steroid containing cream which you will get easily from a medicine shop. So you have to choose your cream very wisely. No medicated cream should be applied over your face without any prescription. So these are the common things you have to look for to prevent or treat your melasma. Apart from this, you have to go to a dermatologist or skin doctor to treat your melasma. You have to take care of these things. Along with that, you need a proper skin lightening or skin depigmenting cream which will be prescribed by a skin doctor or dermatologist. And you have to be at regular follow-up, like every 2 to 3 months you have to go to the dermatologist. So these are the basic things you need to take care to treat your melasma. So that's it for now. Take care.